Peace, 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 peace. Peace unto you. Blessings. Thank you so much for arriving here to Jay Cuffey's online Pilates and yoga studio. I am super honored to present this to you all, as I have so much to offer and there is so much healing and practice to be done. I wanted to make this video to take a moment to speak about my philosophy and my approach to yoga and Pilates and what sets me apart as a teacher, and why I think that these practices will make a major, significant impact in your life and on your healing journey. So, before anything else, I am a child of God. Love is at the very forefront of everything that I do. And so as I came into the healing modalities of yoga and Pilates, I came to it through the perspective of love, through the observation of how does love exist in this? Like, how is this beyond just a physical practice? You know, I know that everything starts on a spiritual, subtle plane before it becomes manifest. And so I went into these practices with my eyes open from the seat of the observer. And I've had the honor of going through life with these practices by my side for the past 8 years. And I've been able to witness a lot about myself and these practices and how they work together to bring about healing. And in that experience, I've come to the philosophy of the fact that Pilates is shadow work and yoga is light work. I've never heard anyone in the industry put it this way. I've never been told to think about it this way. So this is very original thought, but it's impactful, and I need you guys to take this in and spread the word. So I think of Pilates and yoga as two parts to the same coin, like yin and yang. Both of them complete each other. If I want to teach movement, if that's what we're working on, movement, then I would teach you Pilates. If I want to teach peace and stillness, then I would teach you yoga. So Pilates is a corrective movement system that works to improve our posture, our mobility, and our movement patterns that bring about grace, strength, and flow as it pertains to how we experience movement in our bodies. Yoga, more than anything else, is a philosophy. It is a deep knowing that all things are one. Even when our senses are convincing us otherwise, in our heart lives forever the deep knowing that all things are one. And in that deep knowing, peace exists. And so that is very important to have with us as we navigate this life, just as movement is very important to have with us as we navigate this life. What you may realize is that yoga and Pilates are practices that never stop, like should never stop. Not when you leave your mat is when you stop practicing, but you get on your mat to refine the practice that you want to carry with you throughout the entire day. When are we not moving? We are literally movers. We always have to move. And so Pilates teaches us how to be movers. When are we ever not in yoga? We always have to live in unison with our environment and those around us. And so yoga teaches us how to be in unity. When you combine movement and change with unity and stillness, you have the tools for peace, for wholeness, and really the gateway to arrive presently in your body, presently in this moment, presently in this present. That is a gift. And so I call Pilates shadow work because Pilates goes right into the places that you are weak. By getting the body in alignment, by allowing every movement to be started and initiated by breath, by requiring that everything is progressive, which means you don't do anything that you're not ready for, which means you have to face where you actually are in reality and not where your ego wants you to be. You are present with the shadow space. You are present with the places that need attention in your body. A lot of the aches and pains we feel is because some things are overworking and some things are not being worked at all. So Pilates is about bringing balance. But when you understand and you approach your Pilates practice, not from a surface and superficial level of like, I just want to feel good in my body, but you go into the practice from the seat of the observer. And as you are going into places that challenge you, you pay attention to your emotions. You pay attention to your mind state. You pay attention to those moments where you feel like running and fleeing, when fight or flight triggers in your body. And then you anchor yourself into integrity and intention with your breath, which means you observe these things happening, but you don't leave. You don't stop the work. You breathe through it. You continue through it. You are actively doing shadow work. And so sometimes life makes us do shadow work. But I find that the beauty about practice is that we get to choose to walk into it so that we're not caught off guard when life brings it to us. And so you can choose to do shadow work so that you are skilled at working under pressure. You're skilled at being uncomfortable. You're skilled at staying in integrity, in movement, in breath, in intention. This is the shadow work. I call yoga light work because the purpose of being in yoga is to be in your surrender. To be in the surrender is to allow the light of God to penetrate you, to allow it into your heart, to allow it deep into the places and spaces that need that nourishment and need that love. I call yoga light work because I understand yoga as the most, at least the asana practice of yoga, as the most amazing time for ourselves to not try, to be in full acceptance, to be in the seat of the observer, and to most importantly be grateful. Yoga is our time to be grateful. Yoga is our time to be mindful. Yoga is our time to be in the seat of the observer and to be in prayer. All of this is inviting light into your life. Literally, when you surrender, when you go to your mat and you choose to be grateful, you actively say that nothing else matters. You let everything out of your own hands and you give it to God, even if it's for 1 hour on your mat. But I want to teach you how to take it from that 1 hour on your mat and apply that same principle, that same mindset into every present moment of your day where you're constantly giving it to God. Yoga is about standing in the light and remembering that we are all one, that there is only one, that love is the only thing that's real. And if it's not love, it's not real. And we have to train and condition our minds and condition our bodies to be in that remembrance, to be in that surrender, to let the light of love penetrate us and teach us what this word unconditional really means. Because that's what love is, that's what light is. It's unconditional. And so in Pilates, there is mindfulness, there is the seat of the observer. There is faith required to do that shadow work. But at its primary offering, it is shadow work through movement. Yoga does have movement to it. It does require integrity in your postures, in your alignment, in your asanas. But at the root of it, it's light. It's light work. It's about the prayer. It's about being still from within. We are not complete with just half of either. We are complete when we bring things into cosmic union. And that's why I believe yoga and Pilates goes together. That's why I believe we are never not practicing Pilates and we are never not practicing yoga. And it would be an honor to share this with you and to go on this journey with you and to heal alongside you, to really see you, to serve you, to love you. Namaste.